Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Thanksgiving. Da, 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 da. Welcome to Thanksgiving Eve. Is it Thanksgiving Eve, Josie, or is Thanksgiving tomorrow?
Yes.
No. Is it?
Yeah. Thanksgiving is tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow is the turkey day.
Why are we here? You want to shut it down?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, my mind just, you said that whenever we go live, like when the music stops, your mind goes blank.
Uh-huh.
My mind's completely blank for the first time. 403 episodes, it's done.
It's like worse than a Friday. Not that a Friday is bad, but the mental capacity, it's worse than it is on a Friday.
For some reason, I thought you were about to say it's worse than a frat house. I don't know why I thought that. See, my brain is just, it's gone. I have no brainage. Is that a word? Is that a verb? Brainage?
I think it should be one.
Brainage.
Yes.
I have no brainage this morning.
That should be a word.
Brainage is a verb. It's for the thought process in your brain on a Wednesday morning.
Yes. Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving. I will say what a little boy said to me a long time ago. One time I was doing work at a surgeon's clinic. What do you call it? Like a dental surgeon, the one that takes out your wisdom teeth? Oral surgeon.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You ever had your wisdom teeth
Yes.
taken out? So I was at an oral surgeon's office. I did their IT work back when I had my IT company. And I would sit at the front of the reception area and do the work. Well, it was one of those that had kind of an elevated, desk.
Uh-huh.
Where if you were kind of short, you couldn't see like the floor.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little bit taller, but it was still pretty high. And so all of a sudden, I see the door to this office open, and I don't see anybody come in. It's like, that's weird. But I'm sitting there working on the computer, and then the door closes, and I hear these tiny little footsteps. And I still greet everyone, even when it's not my business, because people don't know that I'm the IT guy.
Yes, yeah.
And the receptionist, she had stepped away in the back to do something, and so I'm sitting there working on her computer. And all of a sudden, I see these two little hands pop up over the top of that desk, and I kind of, raise up and look. It's a little boy, probably about 4 years old. And this was it was before Thanksgiving. It was the day before Thanksgiving. And I said, "Hey, what's up, little man?" And he goes, not much. And that's what he said. He goes, not much. Y'all ready for Thanksgiving? It's the very first thing that he said.
Oh.
And so that has turned into a meme that I used for probably 15 years. I would still message all these people that I joked about that with. In fact, I need to send them all a group text message. It's been years since I've done that. But we used to text each other, and that was the only time we'd talk to each other.
Thanksgiving.
Was the day before, and we would text each other, y'all ready for Thanksgiving? So I want to ask, that is my question this morning to all of you. Y'all ready for Thanksgiving?
I am.
What are the Thanksgiving plans? By the way, let me slow down. People are like, what's going on? We are here. Happy Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. As we get rolling, episode number 403, Josie.
Wow.
403 of these, and people are still logging in. We're so appreciative of it. As we have celebrated the good in Huntsville on this show 403 times, we do want to welcome you, and happy Thanksgiving Eve. As always, Rob Pipp, I am here with our good friend Josie Stowers. She is sitting in today for Rick and Kay Boning, who are out of town. They are already on their Thanksgiving festivities.
Yes.
And I saw a picture Kay had posted with her beautiful mother
Yes.
on Facebook. I just kind of melted my heart. I said, I'd love to meet. Kay's mama looks just like a very wonderful lady.
She really does. She really does. I haven't met her either, but she's so supportive on our social media too. She's always commenting, always messaging us, and it makes me feel really good.
Yeah, so I want to say a special Thanksgiving shout out. Kay and Rick, if you're watching, I want to say a special, not only to you guys, but a very special, heartfelt, happy Thanksgiving to your beautiful mama, Kay. So if you see this or you go back and see it, please let her see this, because we want to wish her a very happy Thanksgiving up there in Oklahoma.
Yes, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
But thanks for joining us. Let us know you're out there this morning. Send in those comments. Let us know today what you are very thankful for. We got a lot to be thankful for in our community, and no matter where you're at, not only our community, but your community as well. We are here. As always, big shout out to Paul Oley. I'm thankful to Paul Oley for providing the space that we originally had to get this show started. I'm thankful for Paul Oley that I need to come over and get some of my stuff over there still, Paul. But, man, we love you. It's Paul Oley, the gallery, for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. Go see my good friend Paul Oley, 1201 University. He is at the gallery. Again, Paul Oley. We love you, man, and appreciate you. Special shout out, as always, as I say every morning, I never want to gloss over it, to Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com. Man, we just appreciate you, Elliot. Thank you so much for all that you do, and for all of your custom jewelry needs or new jewelry. Maybe you need jewelry repair. Set up an appointment. You can do that on his website at elliotsjewelers.com, and let's continue to support local. And, of course, here on this wonderful Wednesday, we would not be able to bring you this show without our great friends from Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. I'm very happy to announce that Kaden is starting back after the Thanksgiving break.
We're so excited. I'm so excited.
And Josie Stowers is with us this morning. So, Josie, thanks for hanging with us.
Thank you for having me.
I like your bracelets. You're always decked out pretty nice.
Thank
I've
you.
never acknowledged that.
Thank you.
I love the sweater.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Very festive.
I got
this
this for $20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where at?
I found this boutique doing some Black Friday doorbusters. I think it was called the Indie Collection. And they had a whole bunch of things for $20.
Where's that located? Like Conroe, Willis, something like that?
I'm not sure. I found it online, though.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
The shipping was fast, so it must be decently close.
Well, we're thinking about leaving. I'll ask you in a moment. I'd like to know your Thanksgiving plans. And then I want to mention something about your brother you said a while ago that was kind of funny. But I want to leave tomorrow morning early.
Yes.
It's hard to get the kids wrangled up. It seems like we always leave at night, and I don't want to leave at night. Mm-hmm. And I've got some college stuff to do. We don't get off online with the college stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in person, you get this week off. Mm-hmm. Well, they don't give you the week off if you're online, because these classes. I mean, it's just the brevity. Is that the right word?
I think so.
Brief brevity.
Yes, yeah.
The brevity, I almost said brevity. The brevity of the online courses, you only have 7 weeks per term.
Yes.
So you don't get off for a week for Thanksgiving. So I've got a lot of forum posts. And, man, I was so happy. I've been making really great grades on all those classes, Josie. And then last night, I get a 92.
That's still really good.
Well, it is, but I had finished some stuff late after the due date. And they're generally pretty okay with that, because it's usually like an hour after. here lately with everything going on, it's been like Sunday is my crunch day to get everything done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the classes are due, your assignments are due at midnight.
On Sunday?
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess technically Saturday at 11:59.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Or
Yeah, Sunday at
Oh.
11:50. Sunday at 11:59 they're
Okay.
due. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes,
So really
yeah.
Monday would be midnight. And then
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I was a few minutes late. And I thought maybe that's why I only got a 93 instead of 100. It's because I totally forgot to respond on. We were supposed to do 2 forum responses. I only did 1. So she knocked off 7 points for that.
Well, at least it was only 7 points and not 50.
I'm not going to complain because I still have like a 99 in that class because the weight of that wasn't much. It was like 1% of your overall grade.
So do you have a 4.0 right now?
What would that be if you have like a 95?
All A's.
All A's.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a 95 or higher or a 90?
No, 90 or higher.
Oh, yeah, I have 4.0 then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you'll be on the dean's list.
I guess. Do they have that on online college? I don't know.
Are you doing it through?
It's through Oral Roberts University up in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I would think that they would.
Yeah. I don't know.
They should.
I already did 1 term. This is my 2nd term.
Awesome.
So I did, but it's only a few classes, but it's still a lot. It's 6 hours, which turns into like 20-something hours of classroom work. But it's worth it. Somebody had told me, well, maybe you're taking on too much. I said, no, this is to better myself, and I need this. So, but yeah, Thanksgiving, hopefully we'll be leaving tomorrow, sweetheart. I love you. Bright and early tomorrow morning, not tonight, not today. There's still a few things I'd like to get done before we head out of town and not be rushed. So that's the game plan. And then we'll celebrate Thanksgiving, and we'll probably be there through Saturday evening. I don't mind coming home later in the day because I love my family, but I don't like missing church. It's I was telling Bridget, I said, if we didn't have anywhere to be, didn't have a job to go to, I'd just be up here 24/7. It's so positive.
Yes, that's awesome.
So that's the game plan. Josie, what's your game plan? Are you coming out of the castle, the prestigious Josie Stowers Castle, and heading out?
Yes. Coming out of the castle this evening. Hopefully I'll be able to leave by 6. And we're going to go to my parents. It's about a 3-hour drive. And then
Where are they at?
Gonzales.
Oh, Gonzales. Okay.
Yes. And then on Friday evening, we'll go to my boyfriend's parents, and that's about another 3 hours from Gonzales.
Where's that at?
Just south of Kingsville.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. And then we'll come back up on Sunday. It's about 5.5 hours from there. It might be a little longer because traffic's usually pretty bad after Thanksgiving, but.
Well, what's your Thanksgiving meal going to consist of? Do you know? Is it a surprise?
Well, I always get ham over turkey. I like turkey fine, but I really prefer ham. And then I really eat a little bit of everything, like stuffing, green bean casserole, sweet potato casserole, mac and cheese, pie, all the classic stuff. I'm not a picky person, so Thanksgiving is the best. I love it.
Cranberry?
Yes.
Canned, or it's got to be like the clumpy stuff that you.
Well, no.
How do you even make that?
I don't know, but my aunt makes something a little different.
So there's a clumpy cranberry sauce. That doesn't sound good.
It's got like cranberries and apples. It's really good. I don't think I've ever actually had the regular cranberry sauce. Maybe I'm missing out.
There's something to do with the cranberry sauce in the can because you have the cut lines, from the can, because it just molds to the can. And it's that. What does it for me is that sound of that cranberry when it's like
when it hits the plate.
Yeah, it's just like. And I'm like, all right, canned cranberry. I wonder how unhealthy this is. Been eating it for years, though. So let us know your Thanksgiving plans, friends. And let us know what you're thankful for. My sister's joining us. Morning, sis. I love you. She is saying good morning, Huntsville. Happy Wednesday. My sister and family came in on the weekend, and I was so thankful for that. Bridget and I had an opportunity to go to Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek.
Oh.
Just a beautiful time there. We went and kind of did a little trade deal with them where I said, well, hey, if we come out there, then I'll kind of summarize our visit. And so I took a ton of pictures, a lot of video. I just put the article together on our website yesterday at hellohuntsvilletx.com. Make sure you go to it because we have some video on there as well. But we loved it. We loved every moment, not just because we were asked to come out there, but it ended up being great. And I want to encourage you. That's going to run through December the 22nd. We did run out of tickets, but Cherie Bravitz over there has said, hey, I'm going to get you some more tickets. And so we will try to give those tickets away. If I get an email from her this morning, we may give them away today. If not, we will give them away again next week. Have you been out there before?
No, I haven't. I really want to go this year.
There's so much to do.
Really?
You got to go on a fireworks night, though. They don't do it every
Fireworks
night,
night.
but they have a fireworks night. They'll show it on the calendar with little fireworks. But there was a maze out there. There was something, just this luminescence way. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then there was a Santa's workshop, kind of Santa's cabin, and got pictures with Santa. It's just a winter wonderland. They even had fake snow they brought in. You could go sliding down the snow.
Neat.
Huge swing out there that you could go swinging on. You and your boyfriend,
Yes.
Could be what's his name?
Brett.
Brett could be a great proposal site. I'm just saying, so you're like, don't do that to me, Rob. I just told you, Bridget and I, it was a long time before we got engaged, but you never know. I'm just trying to speak a little something in there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Just Brett trying to speak a little something in there. I'm going to say his name again, Brett. Just what is that called when you do that? Subconscious, Brett?
Yes. Yes.
But it was neat. And then they had the little rock wall open, the zip line. It's all decorated for 2 million lights, by the way.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
So we were thankful to go out there. I felt kind of bad, though, because my sister and mom had wanted to come to town. I said, yeah, come on, but we're going to be gone. I said, we're going to be gone Friday night. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday night. So we're going to be gone Friday, but we'll be back early Saturday morning. And so they came in Friday, stayed the night, and I got to spend the weekend. My sister's so wonderful. She made cupcakes with Braylon, and Braylon loved it. And my mom got to hang out. My mom and I went on like an hour-long golf cart ride and hit up a bunch of garage sales. And
That's fun.
Yeah, it was cool. It's kind of an impromptu weekend, and I'm always so thankful to have it, especially like that weekend, because I was going to be with the kids by myself, and then it just worked out to where they came and I got to enjoy our children. I got to enjoy my family. So my cousin Zoe came too. So it was or my niece, my niece Zoe came, and it was fun.
That's awesome.
Now you mentioned like you going down to Gonzales and then your boyfriend living south of Kingsville. I still have the broadcasting bug in me. And last year, someone had reached out from A&M Kingsville, their Division II program.
Yes.
But I love the Bearcats, but man, they got it going on down there in A&M Kingsville. Have you been to the Javelina Stadium?
Yes, they would do
Wow.
my region for high school. Our regionals for track and field were at A&M Kingsville, and it is a beautiful facility.
I'm going to tell
campus.
you, like, they should be D1. There was more people at those games than I've seen at D1 schools. The tailgating was unbelievable.
Yes.
I mean, it was just jam on, party on out there. Everybody was having a good time and cooking and all sorts of food. I mean, the smells as you walk through is huge. Mm-hmm. And I've been to a lot of tailgates, and I was like, this is a Division II program. I'm not Sam Houston. I know we're working on it, but man, they have it going on down there.
Yes, they do.
The whole stadium was packed. The atmosphere was electric, and I went down there and called a game on their ESPN Plus platform, and it was a lot of fun to do that. But it was not a lot of fun considering it was about a 6-hour drive there, and then I drove back. So we didn't get in until 4 in the morning.
Oh, my gosh.
And I actually had to pull over at a gas station and take a 30-minute nap with my buddy because I said, look, man, and he was tired. I said, if I drive, I honestly cannot drive. It got to the point to where you're like this driving. Mm-hmm. And so we pulled over at a gas station and took a 30-minute nap, and that was what I needed to get back.
Good.
I only got paid $100 to do that job, by the way. It cost me more in gas and food. And in fact, here's the funny thing: I never did get paid.
No!
Never got the deposit from the young man. I was like, whatever. At least I still got to go out and do something.
Yes, yeah.
So, anyways, Josie, that was kind of a fun deal. Well, hey, let's take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about a few things. One of them being thankful. I want to highlight something, if it's cool. Our pastor had said something a couple of weeks ago that has radically changed my life, and I want to let you in on what that is. And it's almost inspired. I mean, I got enough projects going on. I've been in the process now of almost 2 years writing a 365-day devotional. I'm a little more than halfway through it. It's going to be, I mean, by the time we're done this thing, you'd think 365 pages, right? No, it's actually like 700 because there's a application part to each day as well.
Oh.
So I've been working on that for a while, but I was up last night and I was like, man, this would make a really good like paper or mini book or something I want to share that with you when we come back, if that's cool, Josie.
Absolutely.
And then get your feedback.
Yes.
And then we'll interact more with our audience. As we take that break, again, let us know what you're thankful for today, as Thanksgiving is on the cusp. And many of you are already chiming in. Kyle, you won $20 from us yesterday, and our Venmo has been saying there's an error every time I try to send that to you. Do you have a Cash App? If you have Cash App, we can get that to you right away. If not, it may be a little bit longer, but let us know. Kyle's out there as well. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. I don't know what we're giving away today. I have no clue what we're going to give away yet. But all you got to do is just text in your name for your chance to win something. Let's make it a surprise today.
Got it.
Wouldn't it be cool to give
A
away
surprise.
It'd be cool to give away a Thanksgiving, well, it's too late for that, but I was like, let's give away a turkey. Well, we're going to surprise you today, so all you got to do is text in your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Here's a surprise. It may be something sweet.
Ooh.
It may be something sweet that we're giving away today.
Awesome.
And if that's the case, you're going to have to pick it up today, too. So text in your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number, 936-339-0139. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. This is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville on a wonderful Wednesday, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust. Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
Hi, I'm Vanna. I'm thankful for my family, Jesus, my friends, my church, my school, all of the lessons the Lord has given me.
What are you thankful for? Email your Thanksgiving greeting to victory@spiritradio.fm. Support for spiritradio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit spiritradio.fm and tap Donate today.
All right, Jay Sizzle here with us. Is that okay to call you that, Jay Sizzle?
Yes.
Jay Rizzle. Jay Rizze. Oh, that's even better. Jay Rizze. Jay Rizze, straight from the Stowers Castle. Are you thinking about building that castle we talked about before?
I have not forgotten it since we brought it up. Now I want to live in a castle.
Brett, you got two things to do, all right? Two things on the docket now.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, we already know. Number two, castle.
Castle.
Yeah. It can be a cardboard castle. That's all I could do. Sorry. 61 as you're getting up today. Many of you are already up and moving. Hopefully some of you are off this week. How about today? Partly sunny and 80 degrees. But how about this on Thanksgiving Day? Tomorrow, we got a little cold front coming in overnight. 60 degrees, mostly cloudy tomorrow, but it will be a beautiful Thanksgiving. And so make sure you get out and enjoy time with family and enjoy this beautiful weather. Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, how about 38 degrees? And then Friday, mostly sunny and 57. Saturday, 61. Sun. Rain comes back into the forecast early next week, starting Monday night. Thankfully, it's going to be 43 degrees when we have those rain chances. You know what, though? No. Let me step back. If it's 33 degrees and just pouring down rain, it's miserable.
Yes.
It might as well be 32 and ice up. I love winter weather. I love the ice. I love the snow. And I was up in Fargo where it was – there's a word I was about to say that I ain't going to say. It was just – right. It ends with acious. You know where I'm going with that?
Yes.
Super acious is what I meant. The cold air up there is it's unbearable. When the wind blows. When the wind doesn't blow, it's not bad. But
that's in North Dakota?
Yeah.
Wow.
You almost said it like them, too. You said Dakota. North Dakota.
I went to South Dakota this summer.
What'd you go there for?
We just went for our family vacation. We went to Wyoming, and we went to Devil's Tower, Wyoming, and then drove into South Dakota. And it was really cool. Even at nighttime, it would get a little chilly in August.
Felt good in summer, right? It's real clean air up there. Clean air, not much humidity in some areas. It's funny, Fargo, they were complaining about the humidity. I'm like, dude, it's like 98% humidity here year round. So it's a good area. So, yeah, enjoy it. It's going to be fun. But, again, if it's going to get down to 33 and start pouring down rain, Lord, just bring it down another degree. Let's just go ahead and ice up. I remember one time it was 33 degrees for like 4 days straight, and it was pouring down rain. It was nasty. And I was like, why can't it just drop down 2 more degrees so at least it'll ice or snow? It was a waste. I call it this. It's a waste of the cold air.
Yes.
Waste of the cold air.
Because you can't be outside in it.
No, you can't do anything. At least in the ice, you can go outside. So, and I don't wish on anything bad to happen. I just love winter weather. I really do.
Yes.
I loved it up in Fargo as far as the weather. I kind of fell in love with a winter wonderland all the time.
Oh, I bet.
All right, so I want to get into something briefly, and this is a little bit off topic, but Pastor Bay here at First had this awesome sermon a few weeks. He did this series called Unmet Expectations, and I wanted to highlight. And he mentioned it on a couple of Thursdays, but I wanted to highlight this. Maybe Josie, as I'm talking about this, maybe there's been something in your life that you had this expectation, but it didn't happen. Have you ever been in that situation before? How did you feel?
Maybe kind of like a failure at first.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot, of things. I thought my career I'd be rocking and rolling. I'd be in the NBA, NFL. I mean, I really felt like the future was in my hands. Let me put it that way. And I felt like whatever I wanted to do, I could do. Not like being arrogant about that. I just felt like my mind was made up, and I knew that I had the hard work ethic, and I knew that I could do it. And our pastor had said this sermon that just hit me like someone threw an artillery shell at my castle over at the Stowers Castle. Threw it at me. And he said this quote that I'll never forget. He said, "Life is not about our dreams and desires." We live in a world where we're taught to dream and desire, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But we get wrapped up in elevating that above everything else. This is what changed my life. Because I have dreams and desires. Like I said, there's nothing wrong. You have dreams and desires, things you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what life is all about. Life is about God's dreams and desires for us. And that hit me. I was like, wow. Like, it hit me so hard, I'm not even wearing my Sam Houston championship ring anymore. Because I was like, why am I trying to live this old life, I love wearing that. I'll wear it every once in a while still.
Yes, yeah.
But like this morning I went to put it on. I was like, no, man, that season's over with. That gets to be put up now, And it made me think last night. I was thinking about this again, and I was chasing after a career instead of chasing after God. And so all these thoughts, and I was reflecting, and ORU teaches us to meditate and reflect, and I'm grateful. Number one, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful where God has us now and has our family. And if we weren't able to do this, I wouldn't have gotten to know you, Josie, and, developed a friendship with you and more people at Tomorrow's Promise, and most importantly, this community in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I started thinking about, man, this would end up being like some sort of a good, like, mini book or something. I mean, I can't write like this huge novel, but I love books that are nonfiction, that just tell stories. I love reading about people. One of my favorites was I read a book about Ronald Reagan.
Really?
And I just love it. It inspired me. I was like, man, this guy was awesome.
Interesting.
And so I started thinking last night, and I was doing some stuff and coming up with ideas, and it's probably another reason besides Braylon waking up and screaming early this morning, and she laid in the bed with us. She was just, poor thing, was just all out of sort. And but I was already up till midnight, and I never try to do that. And so I started thinking of an intro. It's just one page of what this book may sound like. Can I read it to you real quick?
Yeah.
And then I want to get your feedback on kind of think about, and I don't want to take you to a place to where there's heartache and those kind of things, but think about a situation, Josie, as I'm reading this, about maybe where you thought you were heading and you didn't get there, but you're thankful now. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's where I'm at. So I want to read this real quick. And I was playing around, and I don't know, it was about an hour or two, and I was like, why am I doing this? It took me an hour to sit here and do all this, but I got it. And it's a detour towards destiny. It's kind of what I was thinking of, and I wrote it like this. For as long as I can remember, my dreams were big. They had nothing to do with ministry. I envisioned my voice echoing through the nation's biggest arenas, calling plays in the NFL or announcing slam dunks courtside in the NBA. Broadcasting was my passion. I poured everything I had into pursuing it. At the rate I was going, those dreams didn't feel far off. That's what I was mentioning a while ago. In less than 10 years, I'd gone from never calling a game at any level. In fact, I remember my first basketball game I ever called as a high school. It was terrible. It was horrible. I had no idea what I was doing. To announcing 2 FCS national championships. I'm not saying this pridefully. I want you to hear why I'm mentioning all this, though. I was on a path that I believed I would eventually lead me to the pinnacle of sports broadcasting. I felt like everything in life had a clear trajectory. I had one success that built on the next, and I was doing what I loved, gaining recognition with colleagues and peers and proving to myself and others that I belonged in this field. The long hours, and they were long, and the travel. I remember at North Dakota State, I was home 2 days in November. It was hard. And the pressure. There was a lot of pressure, especially at NDSU. But none of that bothered me because I could see where it was all heading, or so I thought, right? And then everything shifted. An unexpected change at my previous job, forced me into a role I didn't anticipate. And instead of calling games and focusing on what I believed were my true talents, I found myself trying to sell a product that honestly I didn't believe in. And every day I felt like I was moving further away from my calling. It wasn't long before frustration set in. I felt trapped, unable to use my skills or passion the way that I knew I could. I wrestled with feelings of disappointment and doubt. Think about this as you're hearing this. Can you relate to this story at some level? Why was this happening when I had worked so hard to get here? And eventually I moved on to what felt like a better opportunity. It really was. It was my dream job with one of the most elite teams in college sports. On the surface, everything seemed perfect. I had what I thought I wanted, but deep down there was this bitterness from the previous experience. It hadn't left me. And I carried those unresolved feelings with me even as I tried to focus on this new exciting chapter. And it's hard because here you are in this season of, man, this is everything that I've felt that I've worked for, but I was still holding on to bitterness. And then it felt like an instant, everything unraveled again. Not even a year. I found myself back here in East Texas without a plan or clear direction. I had kind of formulated somewhat of a plan to have Hello Huntsville. I put my faith in God, though, and I knew that because of his plans, my plans would work out. What were those plans? I had no idea. I just knew that some plans were going to happen. My college broadcasting career, the one thing that I'd worked so hard to build, was over. At least that's how I felt at the time. And I remember sitting alone, staring at all the pieces of a life that I thought I had figured out, wondering what to do next. Have you ever been in that situation, friends, where you feel like you've had it all together, and then something happens and you lose it all, and then you're wondering, what do I do now? And I think in those moments, it's easy to feel like God has abandoned you. I ask myself over and over again why everything I'd worked for seemed to fall apart. And I'm mentioning all this too because where is gratitude in all this? It hasn't came into play yet. And all you're hearing is me, me, me. And that's why I'm mentioning this. Why had he, God, allowed me to get so close to my dreams only to watch them slip through my fingers? I couldn't see it then, and here's where it comes. But God was preparing me for something greater than I'd ever imagined. And now as you turn the page, a year and a half, almost 2 years later, I'm working full-time in ministry, serving others in ways I never really anticipated, never thought of. I run this platform that promotes the good and connecting people. And really what we do on this show, if you haven't caught on yet, is we share stories of hope. We have fun. Sometimes we're like, what are we talking about? It's not you guys, it's me. Where am I leading y'all? But what I thought was a detour in my life turned out to be a divine redirection. Every step of the journey, the successes, the failures, even the heartbreaks, was leading me to where God wanted me to be all along. And so now as I look back, I see that my dreams weren't big enough. They were centered on my own ambitions. But God's dreams and desires for us are so much bigger. And this is where I'm going with this. They are richer. They are far more meaningful and rooted in purpose that extends beyond ourselves. But, friends, in order to align with his plans, we have to trust him enough to let go of our own. And as I developed the idea for what may be a book, or who knows, it's just a writing, I want this to be a journey that starts with chasing our own ambitions but ends in the peace and fulfillment of living out God's purpose and discovering what happens when we surrender our plans and allow him to guide us towards his. And I think if you're on a mountaintop of success or in the valley of uncertainty, my hope is if I continue this, that it will encourage you to trust God's processes. I want to remind you, he's not done with you. His dreams for your life are worth the detours even when they don't make sense in the moment. And that's kind of the intro that I had to doing this.
I think that's beautiful.
But you think about that, and we're at the cusp of Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I used to think, Josie, that everything was great because I would always say, oh, God's blessed me with this or that. But I really wasn't focusing on him. I was focusing on this career instead of focusing on him. Mm-hmm. But I tried to justify it, now that I look back, by saying that I'm grateful for the journey and I'm thankful to God. But really, I was lying to myself. I wasn't actively praying every day. I wasn't reading God's word. I wasn't growing closer to the Lord spiritually. In fact, I felt like I was kind of maybe moving further away because I had allowed this bitterness into my life about how certain things went down before I'd left here. I never wanted to leave here in the first place. Mm-hmm. And all of that starts to harden. And what does that turn into? It turns into sin. The Bible says the wages of sin are death. And what does that bring? It brings death to our life. I'm not talking maybe a physical, although it can manifest into a physical death. But it brought so much death and disconnection in my life that I knew I had to do something. Mm-hmm. And I was so thankful for the journey. And so as I was reading that, I'm not making this about me. I want this to resonate. We can only relate with people through stories, I believe. So as I was saying this, is there maybe a time in your life to where you felt like something was happening and then something happened?
Yes, absolutely. I moved to Huntsville to come to attend Sam Houston State University, and I stacked up the student loans. I worked all through college, and I actually did so much school that I was able to graduate in 3 years instead of 4. And I was so excited about that. I was like, I'm going to get my foot in the door at some big company. I'm going to be successful by the time I'm like 23 years old. And then COVID happened. And of course, everything changed. And I'm so thankful for these people. I'm not going to name any names, but I was able to, instead of trying to find a new job after graduating, a full-time job, I was actually able to get my master's degree. And so I felt like maybe it was God telling me I needed to slow down.
Yeah.
Stop planning things on my own. It'll figure itself out. He's got it all taken care of, and I'm not a failure because, I don't know, I always thought experience was better than school, which I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that was always something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to be young and in the business world, and it's not what happened, and I'm so thankful. Right now I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for where I am, and I'm happy to be at Tomorrow's Promise. I found a home away from home, so...
That's so good, Josie. I appreciate you sharing that. I know sometimes it's not easy to share some things, but and that's the encouragement that I want if I end up continuing this project. It's just like your story. We don't realize where we're at sometimes in a moment because we wish that that something else would have happened. And I know when I came back here, I was all gung-ho about certain things and certain things that I had heard, and I'm so thankful that God had closed these doors. And I'm thankful that God put people in my life, now that I go back, part of our lives are to help others live their dreams. And I felt like I've done that, that there's opportunities where I've helped others live their dreams. And so I still struggle somewhat with the bitterness. I really do. But I've also learned that I need to confess that, which I'm kind of doing here, I guess. And there's some things that you just need to confess, one-on-one with your close inner circle. And I've done that. And that weight gets lifted off your shoulders.
Yes.
There is power in confession. There's power, and it's a biblical thing. We need to release those things to others and allow God to take control with them. And so there was a heavy weight lifted off my shoulder, confessing to somebody that was immediately involved with kind of what happened. That was what I considered the root of everything that happened, confessing to that person. And God put him in my life like 2 days in a row. And it was hard. I was like, are you kidding me? I just had this feeling one day when I walked in somewhere that somebody was going to walk in. And what happens? They walk in. And I didn't acknowledge it then. And God was like, I gave you the opportunity. Now I'm going to do it again. Well, when did he do it? He did it the exact next day. Ended up eating with this person unexpectedly. And I knew but I knew right then that God had to pull that I had to pull that away. And if we are going to sit here and be Christians, we cannot harbor bitterness and negativity towards other people no matter what has happened. And that's really tough. Man, some of you have been through some horrible things in your life that people have done to you. But we still, and I can't put myself in your shoes, friends. Some of it has been just stuff that you're never going to be able to get over it. You can learn to get through it, but there's things that you'll never get over. And Joshua Harris, my friend, has taught me that. Was addicted to powder cocaine for many years, tried to kill himself on it. And he's been sober now, I believe, 19 years, runs a recovery house, the Oak Ridge Disciple House. They're big supporters of this program and what we do on Spirit Radio. But he taught me that. He said there's some things in life that you're not going to get over it. Addiction is one of those, especially drug addiction. He says, but you'll learn to get through it. And he says the only way that you'll get through it is a relationship with Jesus Christ. And so for me to be involved at a church and work in ministry, I can't be here on a Sunday and encourage other people without myself first releasing certain things. And it's taken a while, and it's a journey. But maybe some of you this morning, there's something in your life that you just need to release, that you need to say, you know what? I give it all away. I give it up. I give it away. And in that moment when you do that, that's when the joy process starts. It's not going to happen right. I'm still not like, I don't wake up, oh, hey, I can't wait. There's things you're not going to wake up and be all smiles. In fact, I still get upset sometimes, and I harbor some of that, and then I let it out in ways that I shouldn't. But it's gotten better over the last couple of years. I can say that. It's not as frequent, and it's farther apart. And my prayer now is, God, thank you that that's gone. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't pray, Lord, take that away from me. God's already taken it away from you. You just have to receive it.
Yes.
And so now my prayer is affirming to God, Lord, thank you for taking that away from me. Because I believe with that mindset, I'm not wishing it out of existence, but I'm praying that God's going to move and his Holy Spirit's going to pull that away. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes, yeah.
So I just wanted to share that. I thought it's important because we are in the season of Thanksgiving, and gratitude is being grateful. There's so much. We ask almost every day on the show, what are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? And we live in a community to where we can be open about the things that we're thankful for, and that's something that I'm thankful for. So, Josie, I will ask you, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving season?
This Thanksgiving season, I'm thankful for my family, my friends, and right now I'm extra thankful for our amazing teachers at Tomorrow's Promise. They do an amazing job, and they truly they're leading the future.
Now, you've had a fun experience that you haven't had before. Has it changed your thoughts about children?
No, well, maybe a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. Yesterday, I got spit up on for the first time. It was a new experience for me.
And see, you're normally doing marketing. You're not usually around the children much, right?
Doesn't happen very often. Ever, actually. So, yeah, I didn't know that it smelled that bad.
Especially if you leave it.
Yes.
It's like, if you wipe it off, it's still there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was still there.
And see, I'd asked you earlier when we were in a break, you had told me this, and I said, are you like the children? Do you bring an extra set of clothes? You're like, no, I've never thought about this happening to me.
Yes. Now I brought a sweatshirt in my car today, and I'm just going to leave it in there in case it ever happens again.
It's the glove box sweatshirt, yes. Josie. So what was going through your mind when this happened? You're just a person of joy, though. I could not imagine you, like, getting upset. You're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, it didn't bother me at all because when it first happened, I really had no idea that it would smell that bad. And so I was like, oh, it's fine. It's just little baby throw up. It just came out of this tiny.
No, it's worse than adult throw up.
Yes, this beautiful little angel. It just came out. It's not going to be bad. Wiped it off, and I went to go finish the dishes in the kitchen, and it just hit me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, my goodness. I've got to do something. I cannot continue on like this.
Well, God bless you, Josie. It's good work. I've developed a tremendous amount of respect. I've already had respect for my wife, but it's through the roof now. It's like that Willy Wonka elevator that just keeps going up. That's where the respect level is for you, sweetheart, Bridget. Because, and my family was in town, and it was tough enough even with having help. But, and I kind of lost my cool the other morning, and that wasn't cool. It's just the stress of life, and my children don't deserve when daddy loses their cool like that. And so, again, that was just the harboring of bitterness on certain things, related to a career that it's so weird how those things manifest themselves in ways that they shouldn't.
Yes.
Like you're going to take out you're going to get upset about a small thing because of something that happened to you 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you taking it? They had nothing to do with it,
mm-hmm.
And it was just ridiculous. Like I got upset because my little boy had a blowout, let's just be honest, and the poor little guy couldn't help it, and I was just frustrated, not with him, but just with, I was like, oh, here's one more, and I was already running late, and it's one of those things, but I've learned to be grateful, and I completely forgot about what I read about the last week where it said, I remember I was studying, and I was like, man, my kiddos are just running crazy and making noise, and I can't focus, I can't concentrate, and then I flipped the next page, and what does the book said? It said, don't allow distraction to deter you from the path that God has you on. For those of you that have children that are causing distractions, instead of getting upset that they're distracting you, go and talk to them and pray over them and say, thank you, Lord, for the blessing of these little children. I had just thought about that, and I turned the page, and that's the next page in the book. I don't think things happen by coincidence.
No.
It's not like those words magically appeared, but God ordained that time and that place for me to turn that page in that moment to read that particular text. And so I went in there and I said, Lord, thank you. I bless these little children in your name, even though they're running crazy and throwing stuff and screaming and hollering. So, all right, well, Josie, let's take a quick break. We still have about 15 minutes or so. I do want to remind you, we do have something sweet we are giving away today. That is a hint. So if you can't eat sweets, maybe don't text in. But if you can, there's something really sweet and really good that we're going to give away today. And it's going to be a surprise. It's a surprise treat.
It's a good surprise.
They close at 12 today, by the way, so that gives you a hint. The place closes at 12. I'm going to go pick something up for the lucky winner today. It's a special treat, a sweet treat.
Sweet treat.
Have you eaten there before?
Yes.
It's pretty good, right?
It's amazing.
Not spicy? Is it spicy?
Maybe a few things.
Fizzy? Kind of fizzy?
Yes.
It is? It's fizzy?
No.
Yeah, we're trying to throw people off. They're like, man, is this like some like salsa verde Mexican restaurant churro candy or something? No, it's not it.
No,
better.
better.
Yeah, way better. Text in your name. All you got to do is text in your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. We'll talk about Stowers and Towers briefly when we come back. So what is that? You'll just have to stay tuned to find out. We'll be back in a moment. Let us know you're out there as we wrap up. By the way, no show tomorrow or Friday. We're not even going to do a rerun show. There will be dead air tomorrow. So today is the last day to send in your thanks before Thanksgiving. We'll be back in a moment. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on a wonderful Wednesday, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. All right, Kyle, if you heard that, you know it's not you. Kyle knows his own tones, by the way. Sometimes I have to manually push him on the show.
That's funny.
He knows. He's like, well, I didn't win. That didn't sound like my number. Kyle, you won yesterday, though. He sent me his Cash App, by the way. So, hey, Kyle, check this out, man. Just because I'm a connoisseur of my word, I don't even know if that's the right way to say that.
I don't think so.
Connoisseur of, what does that even mean?
I think it means like
What
you,
a moron.
like if you, like you're a connoisseur of local restaurants in town.
Means you own a bunch of them or
No,
something?
I think you go to them.
Ah.
Like you seek them out, I think.
Oh, I'm a connoisseur of the local restaurants.
I'm probably wrong too.
That's all right. Don't worry, Josie. You can be wrong with me. We can celebrate in the wrongness together. All right, check this out. I am literally on the show live. Live. We'll do it live. I have sent Kyle Kreiner. So I love Kyle Kreiner. Your money is in your account. Oh, man, I actually put 4 zeros on. Just kidding. I would absolutely reject if we did that. All right. Hey, I wanted to ask, so welcome back. We are here at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. What's going on at Tomorrow's Promise real quick? I want to take a moment to do that, and then we're going to talk Stowers and Towers. But first, what's going on at Tomorrow's Promise?
Lots of things. We just had our Thanksgiving party. That was a whole lot of fun. Lots of Thanksgiving crafts going on. And we're enrolling at all 3 campuses right now. We have availability everywhere, actually. So we just started a referral program. If you're interested in referring people to Tomorrow's Promise, I have some cards that I can give you, and you can write your name on them. And every time somebody that you refer enrolls, you'll get $200 cash.
Oh, well, I referred Caden back over there. So.
That doesn't count if it's your own child.
That'd be awesome. Our pastor has 10 children. If he had all 10 of them in there, that'd be $2,000.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then with that card, with that referral card, when whoever you give it to, when they come in to fill out the enrollment packet, they get their registration fee waived, which is $100. So
yeah,
it's good.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Great things happening. More information online at tomorrowspromise.info. And to get your children enrolled, we have had great success with Braylon and Caden going back now. And friends, if you're looking for a child care facility, not a daycare, they're not just going to go there and be watched and then go home. They're going to learn. They're going to learn a lot. My little girl is so smart, and I attribute it to Tomorrow's Promise. My little boy is so smart too. I don't want to leave him out of the bag. You know, he came out for three or 4 months because Bridget has been looking for another job, and she, praise the Lord, has one now. But yesterday, perfect example. Caden was hanging out with me yesterday because we can't get him back over there until the beginning of December. And so he had borrowed our pastor secretary, she's also our children's minister, had this she's so creative. Deborah's really awesome. She has all sorts of cool creative things. She's like a Martha Stewart type.
That's awesome.
She's a connoisseur of creativity.
There you go.
Does that work? So she had a Grinch decoration for the tree. Ornament. Couldn't even think of what the word was. She had an ornament for the tree. It was a Grinch. And she gave it to Caden. And so Caden was back in my office playing with it. And then after a while, I was like, he should probably give that back now. So I said, Caden, go give that back to Deborah. The little dude's like 17, 16 months old. What does he do? He gets up off the floor, holds it in hand, walks. It's not like right next door. He walks down the hall, kind of messes up at first. He walks in the wrong, and then he realizes it's not her office. He turns around, he goes into her office and hands it back to her.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that cool?
He's so smart.
All these little cool things. So, well, hey, your last name is Stowers. Very prestigious. It's going to be on the $100 bill one day. Ben Franklin going to be gone. But there's some sort of confusion here in your family because there's also a Towers that has crept in through a friendship.
Yes.
So tell me about this. It's like a Dr. Seuss book.
Yes. So my little brother, his name is Cree. C-R-E-E.
Well, yeah. Where did that name? How did they come up with that name?
It's an Indian tribe, and I don't know how they came across it, but my parents are very they like different names. And look, Josie, I was actually named after. They got Josie from the Outlaw Josie Wales.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, yes, we both have like kind of different names.
They're cool though.
Thank you.
Is it just you and your brother then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, Cree Stowers, he has become friends, which I don't think they should be friends because I think it's genuinely his arch nemesis. He has a friend named Crew, C-R-E-W, Towers. Cree Stowers and Crew Towers.
That's a tongue twister.
Yes, it is. They shouldn't hang out together.
He should write a children's book, your brother. Cree Stowers hung out with Crew Towers, and they built towers, but the towers turned sour.
They might. You know what? And my little brother is doing welding, so like kind of construction. I don't know what Crew's doing. I'll have to find out.
Cree Stowers built towers with Crew Towers. They did not get into gardening, so there were no flowers. They ate candy, but it was very sour. They got together, and instead of being arch nemesis, they found power.
That was perfect.
There you go. It's a Dr. Seuss book. I hate to admit that, too, because you know me. I'm not a fan of the old Seuss. All right. Thank you for sharing that, by the way.
Of course.
It's got my creative mind going today. Hey, today, National Craft Jerky Day today. You like beef jerky?
Ooh, I do.
What is craft jerky? Like you make your is this like trying to get in line with like craft beer?
Maybe.
Oh, man, I'm into craft turkey.
There's like this little yellow building on the way to, I think it might be like right outside Amarillo or something. And they have all different kinds of jerky, like deer jerky. I don't know any of the other ones actually.
You brought up something real quick. Are you a fan of country music?
Yes.
George Strait?
Yes, I love George Strait.
People are going to get... I did this with Jason yesterday. We took country music lyrics, dumped them into our AI platform. This is unbelievable.
Really?
I've created... Now, if you... Please, friends, just be open to this. If you're not a hip-hop person, I'm not really super into it, okay? But please be open to this. We took Amarillo by Morning and added some flair to it. Michelle and I, we just had like 30 minutes that we have fun. You know, we work hard, but we also have a little fun. And so Michelle's our intern. Her last day is going to be a couple of weeks. We're going to miss her so much. She's from the university, but we were having fun. I said, Michelle, let's take Amarillo by Morning and let's change it into a hip-hop R&B type song. All right, you ready for this, Josie?
I'm ready.
I hope this is the one that I'm hoping it is. Check this out. This is legit.
Yeah.
Get ready. It's about to drop. Amarillo with me.
Amarillo by morning. Up from San Antonio.
Honestly, it's really not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's pretty decent.
Get ready for the drop.
When that sun is high, in that Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there.
All right, here it is.
Lost my saddle in Houston, man, it ain't no lie. Broke my leg in Santa Fe, but still I fly. Lost my wife and the girl, but I still ride. Holding on through the pain, yeah, I'm Texas tied. I'm looking for that 8 when they pull that gate. Hopping on that bull,
I kind of like it.
Life's a wild rodeo, you gotta keep it straight. But Amarillo's calling, I don't hesitate. Amarillo by morning.
Up from San Antonio. George Strait, this is a disgrace.
Oh, George Strait would...
It's just what I got on.
lay down and die, I think. But it's not bad. I kind of like it.
It's got a good jam, right?
It is. It's very catchy.
Now, I know, Linda Horn, if you're watching, you just turned it off. You're like, Rob, you have sabotaged George Strait. I did that as an example of the technology, and it sounded real. It didn't sound computerized at all, did it?
No, not at all.
Yeah. So there's your new version of Amarillo by Morning, the hip hop version.
Wow.
Of it. So
I'm pretty impressed.
Tammy joining us, Tammy Trotter.
Did she hear the song?
Yeah, Tammy, what do you think of the song? She's probably this garbage. Tammy, by the way, I still have something for you, some prizes you won up here at the church. We have
you can give them to me.
Yeah, do you see Tammy?
I'll take them to her.
Okay. Tammy, I'm going to give your prize to Josie. So she will take that today. And if you don't get it, it's cuz Josie had it.
It's an excuse for her to come and see me.
Julie Williams is joining us this morning. Good morning, Julie. I don't get to see these comments all over because sometimes they come in on our Huntsville, Texas news and events page, and we don't get the comments on our normal platform, so I have to go to a special place to look for them. She said that's not bad, the Amarillo by Morning.
It's not. It's really not.
Hip-hop version.
I honestly feel like I can't admit that it's good, so I'll say it's not bad.
There was another one where we took a Dr. Dre song and Snoop. Oh, this one had us laughing. And you want to hear this one? Just the intro of it, all right? I said do it in the tune of like a hillbilly style. Okay, you ready?
It's the one and only D-O-double-G. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm a mobbing with the D-R-E. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know the West Coast is back for all you suckers. So put something in the air. Blaze it up, blaze up. Put it in the air, yeah. Blaze it up.
That's awesome.
So there you go.
There is a real one, though. There is like a country version of
Yeah.
What is that song? There's a Dr. Dre song.
I have no idea.
There's a country music version.
I'm not a fan of all this new stuff. I like old like Hank Williams Jr.,
It
Merle
sounds
Haggard, George Jones. He stopped loving her today. Come on, that's where it's at. Hank Williams Jr. is okay. Hank Williams Sr. is even better though.
Do you listen to Sturgill Simpson?
No.
You need to listen to him. He's very good. He's new, but he sounds very
I'm not like a Jelly Roll fan, but then all of a sudden, yesterday, PD, Phyllis Dillard, the PD of our church, PD, Phyllis Dillard's her name. We call her the PD.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Huntsville PD. We got our own PD here. Phyllis holds it down with surround sound. And she goes, "Did you hear Jelly Roll and Brooks and Dunn on some CMA thing?" I was like, "No." And I went, and it was actually pretty good.
Really?
And that goes back to don't judge a book by its cover. If you see Jelly Roll, you're like, "Man, what's this dude doing?"
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But that song will kind of tear you up.
Wow. I need to look it up.
Yeah. So look up Jelly Roll, Brooks and Dunn. I think that's who it was, and it was just unbelievable yesterday. So today is also National Bavarian Cream Pie Day today. National Bavarian Cream Pie. I'm not a big Bavarian anything type deal.
I don't think I know what that is.
Bavarian donuts. It's the cream filling they have.
Oh.
You ever remember the what was that show? Can't even think of what it is now. Man, this has got me really messed up. Family Matters. That's it. Do you remember the show Family Matters?
Yes.
And that little annoying boy, did I do that? Well, you know who that is? That's Jaleel White. Urkel. Steve Urkel. Mm-hmm. You know how old he is today?
How old?
48 years old.
Wow.
48 years old. Did I do it when he blows out the candles today? Did I do that? He set suspenders back 100 years. He's wearing those compression white socks these days still. You're saying who, and I'm saying Urkel. And a pretty safe bet that there won't be any Oscars in his future. Steve Urkel. Man, that is crazy. Twista, since we're on a rap kick. Twista, the world's fastest rapper, turns 51 today. He's in the record books for rapping 598 syllables in 55 seconds.
Wow.
And even more impressive, only 23% of those were swear words.
Wow.
So again, his name is Twista, right?
Twista.
So after he's done rapping, you can put him on the floor and play a game of Twista. Left foot red. Robin Givens, 60 years old today. That's crazy. Fisher Stevens. So Robin Givens is with Howard Stern. She's been around forever. She's Fisher Stevens, 61 today. He was in the movie Short Circuit. Really good movie. I loved that growing up. JFK's only daughter, Caroline Kennedy, the only surviving member of that White House family. Can you believe that? The Kennedy, the tragedy that family has been through. 67 years old today. And then Bill Nye, the science guy, turns 69 years old today.
Wow.
That is crazy to think that he is at that age. A couple of Did You Knows today. NBC will show the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade again. Do you ever watch those?
Yes.
They have been doing it every year since 1954. They are the official sponsor. But the thorn in their side, CBS has been showing the parade for the past 70 years, but tomorrow they're going to pass. CBS not having it. It's on NBC. By the way, it will be raining in New York City tomorrow.
Ooh.
Cold rain, but no wind. So they said the balloons will be in the air.
Oh, good deal.
If there's wind, they don't have them. The world's oldest man, John Tenniswood, died on Monday at the age of 112 at the care home where he lived in Southport, northwest England. He was born the same year the Titanic sank.
Wow.
Boy, 112 years old. Major League Baseball has canceled their international games for next year in Paris, Puerto Rico, and Mexico City. No idea why they did that. It just says that the commissioner of the MLB said that they will be back, just not next year. How about this? This year's Christmas snack lineup from Little Debbie. You like any Little Debbies?
I do.
Kyle comes in here, and he wears a shirt that says Big Deborah. It's a joke shirt of it. The new buttery vanilla mini muffins and Christmas tree cakes mini donuts. We had some little Christmas those zebra cakes, but they in the form of a Christmas tree. Those are pretty good. Plus, they're returning favorites: the Christmas gingerbread soft cookies, snowflake brownies, Christmas tree brownies, cherry cordials, North Pole Nutty Buddy, and Christmas tree cakes. That's the ones we had, the Christmas tree cakes. So there you go.
I love Little Debbie. I thought that they were not going to be in business anymore.
No, they're still going. Little Debbie's still going. I think it was like the Ding Dongs or whatever they are. They quit making those, but they came back. I don't know any of that stuff anymore, Josie.
Yeah, and I just hear it. I don't actually research it.
Well, check this out. A Connecticut couple has been charged in Minnesota with being part of a shoplifting ring suspected of stealing around $1 million in goods across the country from the upscale athletic retailer Lululemon. $1 million ring there. After an estimated $767 million in repairs, the 850-year-old Notre Dame Cathedral is scheduled to reopen to the public on December the 8th. That's a week from Sunday.
Wow.
Good night. Almost $1 billion that they took to repair that thing.
That is crazy.
And I had no idea it was that old, 850 years old.
I didn't either.
Are you looking to put on some extra weight this holiday season? Well, a new study says that you may put on 6 pounds over this next Christmas and Thanksgiving. So, despite the high cost of living, soaring insurance rates, Fire and More California was the second most popular state where people moved in 2024. You always hear of so many people moving out of California.
Yes.
Looks like they're moving back in over there too. And then finally, how about this? A 59-year-old grandmother in Alberta, Canada, has broken a push-up world record just 8 months after she broke the world record for the longest plank time by a woman. Check this out. She earned her second world record by successfully doing 1,575 push-ups in just 60 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
59-year-old grandma pushing it to the max. Now, to give you an idea, if you take 1,575 and divide that by 60, she's doing 26 push-ups a minute.
Oh, I can't even do one.
26 a minute.
That is crazy.
So that's one. It's almost a little more than one every 2 seconds. I can't even do one. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I can't either.
I have to look this woman
You
up.
can do one.
Maybe one, but I couldn't do two.
You're like super confident about that. Maybe one for sure. Two, no, can't do it. All right, let's head over to the impossible question real quick. 17% of people will celebrate this for the first time this year. I'm not a fan of this. It's okay if you are. I just think it's corny. Okay? I don't like it. It's some marketing thing someone started years ago. 17% of people will celebrate this for the first time this year. Do you have any idea what it is?
I accidentally saw it.
You did?
Yeah.
I just don't like it. It's like, let's go. You should always give all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's cool maybe if you're...
It's okay. You can disagree with me. I like this. I don't want people agreeing with me. I think it's corny. Do you
Maybe.
think have you did it before?
I have, but when I was in college.
Okay.
So I think, you know...
Let's get together and everybody.
Did we give it away?
I don't know. I get angry. See, I'm getting bitter again. The answer is Friendsgiving. I just don't like that term, Friendsgiving. It just sounds, I don't know. I just don't.
Because it's still Thanksgiving. You're just doing it with your friends.
But it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What do you? Oh, just get rid of it, please. Couple of did you know? 40% of concert goers say you shouldn't bring a sign to a concert. Well, I agree with that. Don't bring a sign to a concert.
Noted.
Just enjoy the music. New couples take about 10 minutes to respond back to messages when they first start dating. How long do you think it is after 2 years?
4 hours?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Wow.
20 minutes after 2 years. 25% of us have been annoyed with a neighbor who plays a musical instrument. I've never had a neighbor that had a musical instrument.
I have a neighbor right now that sings. She's a music major, and I love it. Sometimes I'll go sit in the backyard, and she'll be singing, and it's beautiful. It might be annoying if it was like a trumpet or something, though, all the time.
Do you ever doodle? Are you a doodler?
Occasionally.
All right. Well, you should start doing it more often because it can lift your spirit in as little as 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you're feeling down, just a little, I say do a prayer. Do a prayer and then doodle.
Yeah.
A prayer doodle. A little prayer doodle.
Neat.
5 minutes. Research shows that dimming the lights reduces the risk of having a fight with your partner. So if you're getting upset, we were talking about this earlier, like, you know, sometimes in relationships, you hit some turmoil, but you got to battle through it. If you're in the middle of some turmoil, turn down the lights.
Interesting. Good
What's
to know.
that country song? Turn the lights down low, put on some music, go soft and slow. Baby, I ain't got no place to go. Is that it?
Yes.
Just to be your man. There you go. And finally, a new study says that 73% of people sleep with their smartphone. I'm on my phone too much.
Me too.
And at night, have you ever been on your phone and it falls out of your hand and hits you in the head?
Yes. Do you ever get the screen time? Do you get the screen time notifications?
No, but mine turns colors on me. I have it set up to turn color and tell me it's time to go to bed.
I'll get like a notification every Sunday that says what my daily average of time spent on my phone was, and every time I'm thinking.
Do you ride a bicycle?
No, but I know how to.
1, yes. 2, no. Every day in the U.S., 5 bicycle riders are injured riding into an open car door. Every day, 5 bicyclists hit a car door.
That's kind of funny.
So there you go. One final thing, Josie, a little conversation for you. How's your holiday shopping going? Anything going on? Have you started yet?
No, I haven't started. Normally, I'm so good and so on the dot, but I haven't started.
You an Amazon Primer?
Well, I get on I usually only order things that I need on Amazon.
You don't go Christmas shopping on the Amazon too much?
No, because I'm a better shopper when I can go in somewhere and see what I'm shopping for. And I feel like on Amazon, I have to know and search it. And I'm not good at knowing.
Yeah.
I'm good at looking and then figuring it out.
Don't worry. We're just like 20 days away from Christmas. So
yes.
There you go. By the way, Kyle Kreiner said this, brainage. We were asking, what does brainage mean? Brainage is the capacity for thunkage.
I like it.
All right, let's head over to that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Some sweets coming somebody's way today. I'll let you do it. You're good at this.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Do you know who's calling?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, that took the fun out of it, but no, just kidding.
Yeah, who are we speaking with this morning?
This is Julie Williams.
Julie. Well, we have a sweet treat for you to pick up today.
Yeah.
By 12, right? By 12.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
We are going to get you a dessert from Two Blondes in a Bakery. Have you been over there before?
Oh, I love them. I've never been, but I follow them on Facebook.
They're the best. You're going to love it.
Do you want us to pick it up for you, or if we get something, could you go by there by noon and pick it up?
I could, yes.
And what's your favorite dessert? We're just going to order what your heart's desire is. What is your favorite dessert? And we'll try to get at that.
I like pecan pie, but I'm really open for whatever.
So if they don't have pecan pie, are you down with just like a really good cupcake and some cookies?
Of course.
Awesome.
Okay, well, perfect. Well, we will get it ready, and I think they're only open from like 9 to 12 today. So as soon as they open, I will call Lexi and our friends over there, and we will either get you a pecan pie or some sweet treats for you to pick up. All right?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet. How did you find? Is this your first time texting in?
It is. I just I followed y'all on Facebook, and then I just came across y'all's live, and I was just interested and watched it all morning.
Awesome.
So
Well, we do this. We've done this 403 times, so welcome in. All right. Well, perfect. And you're here in Huntsville?
I actually live in Conroe, but I can get that way for sure.
All right. Well, perfect.
Awesome.
Well, 2 blondes and a baker. We'll text you more information. So make sure you go over there. We're paying for this, so it's not a trade. So you make sure you go get it. All right.
I will definitely. Thank you so much.
All right. You bet. God bless you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. All right.
Thanks. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Check that out. Someone from Conroe.
How neat.
See, the show is bringing people from Conroe.
Yes.
Someone told me, oh, your show doesn't reach people outside of Huntsville. I'm like, little butter.
Watch this.
Yeah, boom, done. Actually, I paid her $20 to call. No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, Josie, thank you for hanging out with us. All of you, Deep Clean Texas, Sky Carlton was joining us this morning. Again, Julie, I forgot to ask Julie. She was the one that texted in, and she also said the song wasn't bad.
Oh.
I didn't even know that was her. Steph Valley over at Magnolia Kennel, good morning. Paul Oley is with us. Phyllis Dillard, the PD, joining us. Roger Burnett, Tara Burnett over at Hearts Veterans Museum. Many, many others. I want to get over to the other screen. Let's see who else has texted in. Tammy, we'll get that prize over to you. Our wonderful friend, how about the grandmother of Huntsville, Carolyn Gibson joining us. Number 1 engager, Quentin Glaze. Welcome in this morning. Jamie Saucier joining us as well today. Good to see you. The Horn family is on with us. I love this, too. Jennifer Augustinetti said this. Y'all have a blessed Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. I'm thankful for Jesus and my salvation.
Yes.
All right. We've had fun. We got to go.
Yes.
I got a lot to do today.
Same.
I'm putting, you know what we're piping into the church today?
What?
If it comes in time. I've ordered speakers. We're taking our Spirit Radio feed, and for folks that are hanging out in the hallways in the church, we're going to have Spirit Radio playing now.
Awesome.
And then we're piping the audio throughout the church. It's going to be really cool.
That's cool.
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up. Thanks for hanging with us. Hey, why don't all of you have a very, 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 very wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. Maybe there's some family you haven't talked to in a while. Pick up the phone and call them and tell them you love them this Thanksgiving season. And you know what? Try to take away some distance between you and your family this holiday season. Maybe it's your friends, too. Maybe there's someone you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe there's nothing bitter going on. It's just you haven't talked to them.
Mm-hmm.
This is a time to reflect and be thankful for family. And I believe, number 1 as a believer, to be thankful for our salvation in Jesus Christ. Josie, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
That'll wrap it up. As I end every broadcast, we'll be back at it Monday. But I do want to remind you, please, reminding you we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We're really not. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. And until Monday, good morning, Huntsville. Happy Thanksgiving. And God bless. We'll see you back at it Monday, 7:30. See you, Josie.
Bye.